They might want it now. Throw the ball with the right hand, catch with the left, touchdown. Step back, let me get some room. Congrats every time I'm through.
This is the NFL on EA Sports, and we are in the Pacific Northwest at CenturyLink Field in Seattle, Washington. These folks love their football in Seattle. This was the scene a moment ago as the home squad came out of the tunnel, and it was just absolutely deafening in this building. They're set for football, so are we, as the Seahawks get set to match up with the New England Patriots. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20.
Wait, set. 53.
They'll run it here. This is James White. Fights forward for only about a yard up to the 21. He'll wind up getting a yard on the game's first play. It's second down.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
On second down now. It's White, and he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. It'll be a loss of a yard, and it'll be 3rd and 10.
Wait, set. 53. 54. Here I come. Here I come. Here I come. Here I come.
Throwing now is Brady. Going deep here for Edelman. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
But that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. Returnable for Lockett. Isn't too far from breaking that. Officially, football 1st and 10. Good starting field position here for the Seahawks as they come up 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line. Here's Rashad Penny, first carry for the former San Diego State Aztec. And he'll push this forward only to about the 42-yard line. Dante Hightower on the stop.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
Good guys, 4 down, 4 down. Tempo.
On 2nd and 9, Wilson. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
Even the greats in this game, and he certainly qualifies as one of them, they're going to have trouble if they continue to throw into double coverage.
He better be careful. Throwing into too much double coverage might have a couple of them picked off. After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. Wilson. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Dante Hightower. And he's able to get it back here to the 43-yard line.
Well, this is a defense that can confuse even the best of quarterbacks with their zone schemes. And here you've got a linebacker that's going to stay at home and just sit down in that zone. And this one basically comes right to him.
Wait, set. Round 80. Round 80.
So after the INT, it's Brady. And Philip Dorsett hauls it in. Give him 15 yards on that one, and New England has a 1st down. Right after the turnover, they come out throwing.
That means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it on defense. Sudden change, get out there, stop the offense. But you typically run out there a little bit unsettled. I think that's why he came right out throwing the football, hoping to catch him off balance.
And he did. First down, here's White. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield.
Go Bandit!
Throwing on 2nd and 14. Brady. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down.
And it is true. You can draft the fastest. You can draft the most athletic guys. But if they don't know the art of positioning, sometimes it's all for naught. In this case, in the right spot, help force the incompletion.
Yeah, but had his hands on it for a second. Would have been a tough catch, though. Falls incomplete. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Here's Brady to throw. This is White on the screen. And he'll be stopped here well short of the first down at the 24-yard line. 8 yards on the screen there, not enough. And it'll be 4th down. Brady to throw for it on 4th down. And able to find Dorsett. Some collective exhales over there on the sideline. A big pickup through the air on 4th down to bring up 1st and goal.
Alabama, 380. Here we go, G, get off the field.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Patriot touchdown. Taking it in from 7 yards away as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Solid job up front, really just a solid job all the way around to get that one in.
Yeah, that was well executed, wasn't it? Well blocked, well run, end result, 6 points.
Touchdown. Gostkowski now after the touchdown. He'll send this one away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Seahawks take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. They had the interception last time. It led to the opening touchdown. So now 7-0 to score as they start into a double team, and it's intercepted. Devin McCourty picks it off. And this one will be returned to right around the 38-yard line. First quarter, and now he already has 2 interceptions.
Yeah, he's got to guard against being tentative from this point forward, though. He's got to still make the right reads, make the proper throws. I've seen guys in this league throw 4 interceptions in a game and win. He's got to understand, put it behind you, keep pressing forward.
Looking for more there on 1st down, but this throw downfield, incomplete. Philip Dorsett, the intended receiver. But it's going to be 2nd down. They work again from the 38 on 2nd and 10.
He can't hang. He's not hanging. Wait for the edge.
On 2nd down, they'll run with White.
Go, 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 run.
Just a couple there on the 2nd down run. Now they're staring at a 3rd and 8 situation.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. And what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
Throwing is Brady on 3rd down. And that will be incomplete. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning, hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down. And this will split the uprights. It's right down the middle, and the lead moves to 10-zip. They got the interception, but very little movement after, and that forces him to settle for 3. And it does feel like settling when that happens, doesn't it?
It certainly does, but we got to give a lot of credit where it's due, and that's to the defense because they ran onto the field. This is what we call sudden change, right? Interception, you got to go put out the fire, and they did, holding them to a field goal.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. And it's been a miserable start for them offensively. Obviously, 2 drives, 2 interceptions.
And this is where you have to know your quarterback and know how you actually have to read.
And Wilson's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off at the 35. And they are going to set up shop at the 32-yard line.
They'll take over 1st and 10.
And this will probably be the last play of the quarter. They'll run on 1st down. White's got a 1st down and more. 10-0 the score after 1 on EA Sports.
Seahawks, nothing.
Get ready, alert!
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. They'll get this halfway home from the 8 to the 4 on a gain of 4.
And a nice job defensively to keep him out of the end zone. He's trying to get a 2nd touchdown already in the 1st half.
They had that one earlier, was bidding for a 2nd. On 2nd down, Michel. And he is in. Touchdown, New England. Taking it in from 4 yards out. And the Patriots, they add on to their lead. And there you go. Nothing really too complex. Block, keep to your assignments. Let them run it in. They did it.
Fundamental football. Good blocking beats good tackling on that play. End result, touchdown.
Gostkowski now after the touchdown. He'll send this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And we don't want to call this desperation time, especially in the 2nd quarter, but you're down.
You don't want to.
No, but let me finish.
Okay, okay.
You're down 3 scores already. You've done nothing offensively, nothing on the scoreboard. That's not a good combination.
I think you just called it desperation time. I think you did. But let's face it, you mentioned this to me in a break earlier in the game. The energy level hasn't been there right from the start. We've noticed that. They've got to find a way to get on their toes and start punching instead of retreating, to use a boxing analogy.
Now a toss left side into the hands of his tight end. And he's able to get this one up to his 30 before he's out of bounds. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down. The last play on the completion got them half of what they needed. Now here's a tough 3rd and 5. Now Wilson. And this is going to be incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
Here's Dorsett. 51 yards on the punt there. And the Patriots take over.
At their own 22-yard line.
The Pats at the line, ready to go. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments. Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
Able to get 7 on that 1st down pass play. 2nd and 3.
I'm coming for you, son. Kill.
Hey, goal 66.
Right there. 54.
Buzz.
3 buzz. 54 is Mike. 54 is Mike. Check. Watch 54. I'm here all day.
And that'll be accepted, of course, and that moves him back 5. They are pushed back 5 yards by the delay of game, 2nd and 8.
Alert!
50 seconds. Mike, 50 seconds.
You gonna see me in your nightmares, son. You gonna see me in your nightmares. Regular.
Shotgun now for Brady. And he's got Edelman for the first time. That's complete. And he'll be out right at the 35. That'll be a New England first down, a gain of 12. The former 7th-round pick, Julian Edelman, just continues to have such a productive career.
And has made himself into a receiver. Remember, he was a college quarterback, and not just a productive one, a very good one.
At Kent State, right?
Yes, a great leader, a guy who could make plays with his feet and his arm. Got to the NFL and had to convert into being a receiver and was drafted that way. And that conversion, oh boy, it's been good.
Brady now 6 of 10 in this first half. He's got his guys a first down here. They go play action for White. Now it's Brady. And this one brought in by Sanu. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down.
It's a gain of 9. Brings up 2nd and a yard at the Seahawks' 36-yard line.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action.
They don't want it. Keep playing hard, fellas.
Fans, a reminder, I have a note card here that says ad-lib halftime previews. So I guess let's do just that as we'll hand things over to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando when this one reaches halftime. They do okay?
You did great. Not a bad job.
Hey.
But, writing down your ad-libs.
If you print it, I'm going to read it. I'm Brandon Gaudin. 2 yards, good enough for a first.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before you get a good head of steam going.
He's got a man complete. It's Julian Edelman. A good pickup there, a 22. And finding Edelman underneath, that's a recipe for success.
Typical route for a good slot receiver, and Edelman's one of the best in the game. Knows how to go inside what one of my college coaches used to call the briar patch. Got to go in there where it's tough and make those tough catches. And not only can he do it, he can often run away from people.
And he's not able to get away. Sacked back at the 22.
Well, maybe that can give him a little bit of a pick-me-up, a little bit of a jolt. One of the few things that's gone right defensively.
Because other than that, it's really been a first half to forget. And the job becomes twice as difficult now. After the sack, it's 2nd and 20. He's going to go up top for the hit. And it'll be intercepted. Good positioning, and it's picked off. They set themselves behind the chains, tried to get it all back at one play, and it backfired.
Didn't it feel like a pitcher working his way into a 3-0 count, right? You're behind. What do your coaches always tell you? Get it back one pitch at a time. In this case, they tried to get it back right away, and it didn't work out.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. And you have to figure they won't just sit on the football here in the final minute. The way things have gone, they need to try to make something happen offensively.
But maybe they should. Maybe they should sit on it here because of what you just said. They haven't made anything happen offensively. Getting ready to go into the half, give them a chance to take a deep breath, exhale a little bit, and start over. I don't know if this is the time to push it myself.
Yeah, right now under 100. After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20.
Hey, 25 to Mike. We're going 25 to Mike. 6 minutes.
Further.
Check curls, check curls, check curls.
Wilson now. Going to throw again. And that going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's 3rd down. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Wilson leaves this one with Penny, and he'll be stopped here well short of the first down at the 24-yard line. Now the Patriots going to use one of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. Now here's Michael Dixon as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. We'll call that a punt of 54 yards. Well struck. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10.
Set, ready? 8.
The Pats at the line, ready to go. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this first half. The Pats at the line, ready to go. You've got under a minute to go here until halftime. You got the good-sized lead. No need to do anything crazy.
No, there really is no need to do anything crazy. The smart play, go ahead and take your lead into the locker room and then try and add to it in the second half. But there's a part of me that looks at this and says, first half going my way, I have a little bit of a cushion. Let's go ahead and try and extend things. If you've got some good plays drawn up, you might want to think about them right here.
Looking back to the air on 2nd down, it's Brady. Trying for Edelman again. This time he's got him. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. 8 yards in the completion, but now they face 3rd down. 2nd down pass play got him 8 yards. Now they've got a 3rd and a couple remaining. To throw, it's Brady. And he'll have his man. That's Edelman. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. Brady to his old reliable Edelman, and the Patriots have a 1st down. Brady now, 11 of 17 passing thus far. He's got his guys a 1st and 10.
I'm letting you know right now, you better bring.
Again, they'll throw with Brady. Incomplete, and we're down to 8 seconds now.
It leads to 2nd and 10.
Brady's incompletion on 1st down leads to a 2nd and 10.
Ozzie!
Mike 5-4. Watch QB drop. Watch QB drop.
50.
To throw again, Brady. Looking for Edelman, and he hits him. It's complete. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the 2nd quarter.
Wait, 20.
Mike 54.
Hey, 66.
Here I come.
Bravo.
54, right there. 54, Mike. Yeah.
Wait, 28.
The final shot before half for Brady. He's going to throw one up for the end zone. And that'll wind up incomplete. Trying to give his man room to run under it, but it's 2nd down. So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
You ready? Right here.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And that first half, one to forget really on both sides of the ball. They got to find some way to string something together here, don't they?
Yeah, they're down big right now. So as you mentioned, trying to find something to string together, get some consistency, something sustained, maybe calm their whole team down and find a way to get back in this one.
Yeah, because right now you're down big, you're being shut out. Let's see if this is the drive that kind of kickstarts them. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Here's Wilson to throw. That's complete to Disley, the tight end. That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down.
And, partner, I think that was a great example that not all tight ends are created equal because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. Now it's Wilson. Gives it to Gordon. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. Call that a very strong gain of 24. I don't know what they talked about at halftime. Whatever it was, it worked. They looked like a different team here in the third quarter.
Yeah, I doubt that there were very many trash cans that got kicked over, that type of a speech. I think what they did was they analyzed what worked in the first half, what didn't, and figured out a better game plan.
So 3 plays, already first and goal, and they are wasting little time. They'll try and run for it with Penny. A pickup of 4 on first down. It'll be second and goal. When we talk about being on schedule, I think they're on schedule after that run, getting it right down there on the doorstep.
Maybe even a little bit ahead, because now the defense can't dictate with pressure. They're guessing about where you're going to go. I might come right back at them with the same play, the same set, and see if they can stop them.
You can't block me. You can't block me. You can't block me.
They'll run for it with Lynch. And he is unable to get in. They stop him at the line of scrimmage. They're held again, and do we have a goal line stand brewing? It's third and goal. This is third and goal. Still looking for the first points of the game.
You go tight. You got tight. You got it. Look. Check safety. Wide. Get wide. Check 4.
Wilson on the keeper. And he's going to run into a brick wall right in the middle of the field, and I don't think he got there. So call that no gain on the sneak, and now they're still a yard short here on fourth. On comes the Seahawk kicker here on fourth down. It's Jason Myers. From the right hash at a bit of a tight angle. And Myers able to knock it through. And they're on the board at least here. It's now 17-3. So a good drive there to begin quarter number 3, but they're only able to shave 3 points off the lead.
Well, something's better than nothing. All right, they didn't play particularly well in the first half, but they definitely need him to step on the accelerator now and play a whole lot better.
And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. The Pats at the line, ready to go. And, Charles, you'd have to think this is where you want to start taking some time off the clock.
Oh, definitely, because you got the lead, right? You take a good look up there and you say, okay, what do we need to do here? Well, you're not in full-out protect mode. You want to make sure you run it, throw it safe, take some time off, and eat it up.
Now the pressure comes, and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9.
I think normally we would talk about this more with basketball players and football players, but let's adopt it in this case. He's a stat sheet stuffer.
Had the interception earlier, now a sack. But he just needs a touchdown for the trifecta.
That's about all he needs, and he's going to go for it.
Now then, after the sack, it'll be interesting to see what they have planned for 2nd and 23. Brady gives this to White. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. A first down there on a pickup of 25. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. They go right back to White here on first down. And he puts his head down and gets up to the 42 for a gain of about 6.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball, protect this lead, give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. On second down, it's White. And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1.
It's a gain of 2 yards. And it's 3rd down.
They'll try to pick this up on the ground with White. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45.
The tackle made at the 44-yard line. A gain of 12. And the Patriot first down. That's the end of the
And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. So from Seahawk territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line. Now he'll throw with Brady. To the left side and complete for Julian Edelman. And all the way in. Touchdown, New England. Julian Edelman, 44 yards. And the Patriots, they add on to their lead. They were still throwing with a comfortable lead here late, and now that lead even more comfortable.
And your first thought is it bad blood that went into this one ahead of time, that maybe they're seeking some revenge or they just don't like them? But the other thing that always hits me is, are they worried about playoff positioning? Right? Are they worried about, do you need enough points in case there's a tiebreaker that comes into play later?
At their own 25-yard line.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that one. Let's just go ahead and be frank about the whole thing. The only one happy about the 3-point
the kicker.
Exactly. He put it through the post. That's going to help him account.
And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off by Dante Hightower. And his guys are going to...
Anything I ever do is top rank. Got more bars than a Shawshank. Cook it up, gourmet. I go Super Saiyan, go tank. Anything I ever do is top rank. In the Arizona, better kill them all. Rogue One, but I got a team with me. Batman, when I got a team with me. I get mean, I get green. Show the whole game what's never been seen. Cook it up, gourmet. I go Super Saiyan, go tank. Anything I ever do is top rank. Got more bars than a Shawshank. Cook it up, gourmet. I go Super Saiyan, go tank. Anything I ever do is top rank. Got more bars than a Shawshank.
Designer sneakers hurt my feet now. Every beat is getting beat down. Couldn't eat, well watch I eat now. Like how you getting paid to freestyle? Different cities every week now. Every woman is a now. With state prop, you looking bleak now. I was home to sleep, designer sheets now. 30 different missions. When I speak, they listen. Couldn't find it, so she fishing. Who the crew? It wasn't you. I know it's true, cause you look like the opposition. Run it up, greatest ever sums it up. I ain't have a lot when I was coming up. Kinda made my stomach turn when I brung it up. Wait.
Cook it up, gourmet. I go Super Saiyan, go tank. Anything I ever do is top rank. Got more bars than a Shawshank. Cook it up, gourmet. I go Super Saiyan, go tank. Anything I ever do is top rank. Got more bars than a Shawshank.
This is the NFL on EA Sports, and we are in the Pacific Northwest at CenturyLink Field in Seattle, Washington. This crowd, as we've come to expect in recent years, as loud as any in the NFL, and they get even louder when their Seahawks are introduced. We're ready for football as the Seahawks get set to do battle with the Dallas Cowboys. Here's the kicker, Jason Myers, to get this one started. And off we go from Seattle. And now the Seahawks are going to take a timeout here on defense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter.
Yo, 46. Hey, kill. 47. 26.
Prescott looks to throw on first. And he hits Jason Witten, the tight end. 19 yards there on the catch and run.
I like how they work the tight end on a nice little under route there. And if you're going to give him that much space, he's not even going to catch the football. He's going to run away from you a little bit, and that's exactly what he just did there, picking up extra yardage.
Took just one play to move all the way to the 44 as they try again on first down. A first down run for Elliott, not going to pan out. He'll, in fact, wind up losing a couple. Calling a loss of 2 on the play, and that'll make it 2nd and 12. Now Prescott. It's caught. Cooper. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks' 32-yard line. So Amari Cooper out of Northwestern High School in Miami making a nice play there.
And it's so funny that when I was going through the draft, process when he came out of Alabama and was inquiring about him and his skills. They say it all began back in Miami. He really became a pro receiver at a young age because of his attention to detail and precision. But don't forget his athletic ability. That's what made that catch there.
And he did spend 1 year with Teddy Bridgewater as his quarterback there, so that helped back in high school. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. It's a gain of 12, and the Cowboys pick up the first. Well, one unit I know you want to watch is that offensive line. If they keep clearing holes like that, it could be a long night defensively.
No doubt about it, because when they are in sync, as we're seeing so far, when that continuity is there, and you can see that they're playing off of each other while controlling the defensive front linebackers, night for the defense because someone's going to run for some big yardage.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6.
Let's 57. 57's left. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. 57's the mic. Watch 57.
To throw is Prescott. And it's caught. And he's brought down. A good-looking drive for the Cowboys so far. It's a first down.
Brandon, unless my eyes deceive me, I think they found a matchup that they're trying to exploit here, don't you? I mean, it's the second time they've gone to him here on this drive.
Yeah, opening drive. It's a tone setter, right? I think they're going to be looking his way a lot.
Yeah, and I think that the way things are going right now, they like him as a featured receiver. Let's see what kind of adjustments the defense is going to make to try and take that away.
Here we go. Go ahead, then we're going to 53. It's our time. It's our time.
They'll try to run it in with Elliott. And he will take it in for a Cowboy score. Ezekiel Elliott taking it in. And the Cowboys take it all the way down the field and score on the opening drive. Forbath able to convert the extra point. And that makes the score 7-0. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Gets fielded in the end zone. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Wilson and the Seahawks take over now, 1st and 10 at their own 22. And that'll be knocked away. It's incomplete. The Notre Dame man, Jalen Smith, able to get a hand in and knock it away.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
So after the incompletion, 2nd and 10 from the 22.
Watch the run. Watch the run.
Friday. 25. Check 25. Check 25. Friday.
48.
Here's Wilson throwing again. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
They went with a dime look on defense. 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. From the shotgun, Wilson. And some room to roam now. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Cowboy defense has a touchdown. Now Forbath for the extra point. And it's good, and they have jumped out here to a quick 14-0 first quarter lead. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away. This is taken about 7 yards deep.
Here we go. Here we go. Here we go.
At their own 25-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script, I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. The first carry for C.J. Procise. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. On 3rd down, Wilson. He'll have a first down past the 40, and Dixon has it. And he'll get this all the way up to the 42-yard line. It's a gain of 15, first down Seahawks.
1st and 10 at the 42-yard line.
Watch it slap. Zebra.
First down, the run with Lynch. And he's got this one across midfield into Cowboy territory. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1. Now you're down early. How do you get back in the game? Maybe establish the run. I think they're trying to do that.
Now, I'm with you on that one, and what I like about the message is that there's no panic from the head coach. He's already told his offensive coordinator, let's run the football, let's get things settled down a little bit and find our way back into this game.
11 yards there and a first down for Seattle. On first down, Lynch. The tackle by Robert Quinn.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
They go play action with Wilson. Buying time to his left. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down.
No doubt that's a very good play defensively right there because you've always got to be aware that he can take off and make a big play with his legs. How about the way they were able to contain him? That also tells me the coverage was excellent downfield.
Wilson to the Seahawks looking for something big following the sack. It's 3rd and long here. He's going to float this one deep right side. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Jordan Lewis. You don't see this often. A quarterback of his caliber, 2 first-half interceptions.
It's absolutely surprising because it happens so rarely. You're searching for what reason, what's going on out there. It's not just maybe the defense is playing well. Is his horoscope off? His biorhythms? What is it?
You went horoscope on us, David.
Well, I was thinking maybe REM sleep was off. I'm trying to come up with something.
Anything, right? Elliott on first down, going to get about 3 before he's taken down. Tackle coming from the safety, Trey Flowers.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half, maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
11 yards and a Cowboy first down.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
Here we go. Exit. Here we go. Go to 54. Line in. Switch. Slam.
A first down carry by Elliott. And able to work about 5 yards out of this as he's taken down up near the 47.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5.
That's right, baby. They don't want it. Hey. He go 46. 50 to money. Coming in.
Prescott now. Looking for Cooper. That's complete. And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. 7 yards there and a first down.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down. Executed it to perfection. Prescott going to come up 1st and 10. And he's a perfect 5 for 5 here to begin the game. Looking to throw. Prescott. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield. Complete. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. 28 yards the gain there on the catch and run. 2 minutes to play first half. It's 14-0. We remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll pay a visit to Jonathan Coachman. He's in Orlando, and he'll have our EA Sports halftime report. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Ezekiel Elliott with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Cowboys, they push out in front further. Forbath, the extra point, and that makes the score 21-0. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been had he simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half. Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Wilson to throw again. And the catch is made here by Tyler Lockett. That'll pick up the first down for Seattle on a gain of 18.
Thus far, it hasn't been a real fun half for them, but a play like that may get them off the schneid a little bit, get them loosened up and moving.
Kind of seems like they've been sleepwalking and still sitting on 0 points.
And it's not always making an adjustment. Sometimes it's just going back to what you know can work and finally getting it done.
That's complete to DK Metcalf. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45.
Good throw, good catch, but I really like the route. The drag and being able to run away from defenders, hard to stick with them for that long.
Yeah, better against man than zone, or
better against man, because now you're running away from someone and you're not running into a defensive player in another zone.
The throw here going to be complete to Gordon. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. 10 yards and a Seattle first down. Throwing now, Wilson on first down. Completes it to Dixon. And he's going to be out of bounds down around the 35-yard line. A gain of 6 there on first. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
36 power. 36. One left.
Looking to throw again on second down. Wilson, it's caught. Lockett. Now the Seahawks call the second of their 3 timeouts, as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
Rush in. Hey, alert 48. Hey, we don't like the 48 right now. Let's go. Alert. Hey, easy. Touch.
Don't let him breathe, defense.
Alert 3. H3. 19. Hustle.
Again, Wilson. It's complete to Lockett. And he'll be out of bounds just inside the 25-yard line. The completion good for 3, and it's second down.
And when you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him, because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him, I don't think that was his primary target.
I don't think so either.
I think he had the read, figured out where the blitz was coming from, and went to a secondary target for a really nice gain.
On second down, Lynch. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive. And on 3rd and 5, this will be the 8th play of the drive.
It's a gain of 2. Brings up 3rd and 5.
Out of the gun, here's Wilson. And Wilson's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by the linebacker, Jalen Smith.
This ain't nothing for the pack. Got 16 sitting in the lag. Whole squad all dressing all black. Every single last one of them got my back. Hey, 20 of us, that's 20 goons in them. Ice cream whip, triple school. I got 3 strikes, ain't got to lose. When it's all on the line, what you gonna do? Come on, I'm highly favored. Don't wanna play me, no conversation, ain't got time for no debating. It's for the taking, no hesitation. Don't try my patience. I'ma pull out one for the set, boy, till there's nothing left. On a run to the bed until we all got them baguettes. Hear them footsteps coming, cause we coming for the check. We ain't gon' run, no we don't hide. I could never switch, not a day in my life. Long as my dogs, they by my side. Yeah, we gon' ride till we die. We ain't gon' run, no we don't hide. I could never switch, not a day in my life. As long as my dogs, they by my side. Yeah, we gon' ride till we die.